I didn't think this is gonna be the video I would be reacting. For those who are new to my channel, hi, I'm Lightful. I do reactions such as anime or animation reactions or gaming reactions. I love to play anime games to Wuthering Waves, to Genshin, to Honkai Star Rail, and plus many more. This is probably the first time I'm gonna be reacting to Ironmouse. And you may already know the video states why she left V-Shojo. I don't know what this is about, and it must be very serious because, as you know, Ironmouse is like important to VShojo. She's the VTuber that everyone loves. I didn't know Ironmouse way back when. I got to know her like a year ago, and I do follow her streams sometimes. She's very talented. She's very, very delightful. Um, I heard she's Latina. I'm part Latina. so, um, but this might break the internet. So, I'm ready to hear what's going on.
I am leaving VShojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo. I know that this is a lot,
What?
and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of VShojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really
That's
expected to grow an
understandable.
audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream. And that's how I started VTubing.
Oh,
It took me a
wow.
while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join VShojo, and it was through VShojo that I was able to grow into the Iron Mouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join VShojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't.
Oh,
In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was
Oh,
struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried
I can
about
relate to that.
expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of
Mhm.
scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous
I
events
did
that
watch a
we've
bit of
had.
the
However,
cyclothon.
because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following two subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required VShojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency
So
Foundation
bad.
means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection. And this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on. And I never ever want anyone else
Oh
to
my
go through that.
gosh.
This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't.
Oh,
So, to
wanna
recap,
give her a
I believe that
hug.
I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from VShojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. I really, like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream
Please support
in
and
order to raise
donate.
money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully, there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So, thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay, bye bye.
My gosh. I'm in tears. I'm in really big tears. I didn't think VShojo would do something like that. But it's a company. I don't know anything about VShojo, knowing that VShojo does help a lot of VTubers go through fame and stuff. And that's all I know. It's wow. Wow. I I have no words. I really don't. I think the only thing I will say I think the only thing I would say probably that um I'm glad. I'm glad for her to actually leave Bishoho for what they just did. Um so for those who don't know or want a little bit of information, a little bit of information. So she did already mention this before. So they did like a big fundraiser with the cyclophon. That's one of them. I didn't watch the full thing, but I have watched her live stream like sometimes with the cyclophon where one of her best friends, Connor, or CW Dog BA, um he would do the most the most the most biggest challenge of riding a bike with, with a group of people to as, like, milestones around from one place to another. It's quite interesting, you know? But they did this all for a fundraiser from a lot of energy and time and a lot of that stuff, and it was going for a good cause for what she explained. And the fact that this was charity money and half of it was not paid, did not get half of it didn't go get those funds are still missing. I that's terrible. Uh, I don't so I can't for me, I don't know who's behind that of V-Shojo. I don't and just being really, really insightful about this. I know for a fact that does not involve the whole company, but whoever is held responsible has to be held responsible for not meeting those funds. That because that's just not fair. That's not right. And I'm happy she's leaving because as much as she already has that fame, it's never good to be in partner with someone who lied or or betray or something because to her that was important. That fundraiser is important to go for a good cause. And knowing that she got there to begin with because of an illness she has. So um everyone, if you can, go go and support if you can. From link is in this in the description down below to the original video. And um I'm very heartbroken about that. And I wish Ironmouse all the best and knowing that a lot of people have you back. Also to Ironmouse, um, knowing that a lot of people have your back. You have a lot of good friends. You got a lot of good people out there. There's really a lot of delightful people out there. And I I don't know if she'll see this video, but I don't really like to react on on um on people much, but I know this was a big deal. Big deal to also spread news of how would you feel in this situation. And in all sincereness, she wants to make just all she wants is to make a difference and keep others happy and fulfill, donation funds that just didn't meet or didn't get fully paid because someone VShojo is is being held responsible. But blessings to you, Iron Mouse. A lot of people have your back, and it's nice to meet a VTuber that's Latina. Y cuídese mucho. Y yo necesito decirte que todo va a estar bien. Y and um and as always, um continue being lightful and staying delightful.